of Amish people in the United States. It also happens to be inside a swing state that will likely decide the election. Because of the Amish and the natural beauty of Lancaster, they get a lot of tourists. So in this special episode of The Nate Friedman Show, you'll hear a variety of perspectives from those not just living in Lancaster, but across the country.
We're actually doing a video in Lancaster trying to figure out who people are supporting for the election. I was wondering if I could ask you.
Trump.
Okay. Tell me why Trump.
Look what we've just gone through for the last 4 years. It's got to stop. This monkey business has got to stop. The invasion at the southern border, the inflation, the immorality. It's got to stop.
Yeah. Are you in this area? Are you living in this area?
No, I live in a very, very democratic state, Minnesota, and
with walls.
Yeah.
Oh, so tell me about that. What's that like living under his?
Well, we live far enough out of the major metropolitan area. We don't have to put up with it. Minneapolis, about 60 years ago when I lived in North Minneapolis, it was a very nice place to live. Not so anymore. It just, and his policies are just horrendous. Immoral as you can get. Immoral as you can get. What do you need tampon machines in a boy's bathroom for?
Can you tell me, what are some things about Walz that you'd like the country to know? Because I think the country doesn't know him very well.
They don't want to know him. They don't want to know him. Like I say, he advocated for the law that put tampon machines in boys' bathrooms in high schools. What do you need that garbage for?
Making Minnesota a haven for
sex change operations for little kids.
Bring their children, get a sex change, even really young children. We find that deplorable.
Yeah. And
Meet ex-TV reporter Janelle Stelson. Stelson shocked viewers by making horrific racist remarks on air and joked about animal cruelty. Now ex-reporter Stelson's running for Congress in the wrong district. Stelson doesn't live, pay taxes, or vote here, yet Stelson's calling for a $2,000 tax increase on families who do live here. Stelson, racist, carpetbagger, tax raiser, no thanks.
I'm Scott Perry, and I approve this message.
And abortions without restriction up until the day of birth, delivery. Yeah, just no ifs, ands, or buts. It's immoral. They talk about democracy, Trump being a danger to democracy. They pulled Biden out of office. He did, and then they make it sound like, oh, that magnanimous son of a gun. He realized that his melon was going bonkers, so he magnanimously stepped aside. Bullshit. They dragged his ass out, kicking and screaming, and they knew all along for 3.5 years that mentally he wasn't capable. Okay, there's Kamala. When she ran for president, she got 2% or less of the vote. I mean, a disaster. So he takes her on as vice president, and then when they haul him out, there's no vote. The people aren't given a vote. Here's our anointed queen, and the Republicans are the danger to democracy. Give me a break.
Remember this couple because later in this episode, they will expose something crazy that involves Social Security. Now it was time to ask the Amish who they were voting for, but each time I did, I got shut down. I got rejected by Amish people for honestly over 30 minutes until I found this lady who ran a doll shop that just seemed like she might give me an answer.
Yeah, we feel like praying about it would be the best thing to do because we don't know enough about each party,
Yeah.
So then, we feel more comfortable just to pray.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there a specific outcome that you're praying for, or it's just?
We pray that it's the Lord's will.
Okay.
So that's.
Yeah. I saw something that said that the Amish community is shifting toward Trump, but have you heard something like that? Or?
I have heard,
Okay.
I have heard that, some are.
Yeah. Within the community that you've heard, are just from your personal experience, do you know people that are supporting Trump or Harris?
I don't personally know, but I mean, you see a lot of people walking with Trump signs.
Yeah.
You
Okay.
know, so I do know that I'm not for.
Before she reveals who she's for in this election, I think we can all agree how it's deeply unsettling how close this race is, regardless of what side you're on. It is clear that our country is going bankrupt. The data supports it, and knowledgeable businessmen like Elon are clearly outlining how this will cause destructive inflation. That's why I think, honestly, one of the best things to do right now is to consider investing in gold. It isn't prone to the same fluctuation, and it's why more and more people are turning to gold during these uncertain and absolutely ridiculous times. I mean, just look at the graph of gold going up. This absolutely beats just leaving money in the bank. And that's why I've teamed up with Priority Gold, who has been working in the industry, by the way, for over 20 years, to offer you a free informational guide. They honestly make it so easy to start investing in gold that at the very least, you'll learn some of the very interesting nuances behind gold. Now, timing is important. So if you just text gold to 1-800-405-GOLD, you can get that guide and think about fortifying your savings. Now, let's get back to who Elizabeth is really supporting.
I do know that I'm not for what Harris, like she's for abortion.
Okay.
And that is just simply no, it's just not the way we think, you know. So I don't know. I mean, we sure hope that somebody can get it that can handle, you know, can handle all what's happening.
How has the community changed in the last 4 years? Like, has the change in regulations affected farming and stuff like that? Like, how has the landscape changed?
Actually, the only thing that I really know changed is the prices. The prices keep going up.
Okay.
So yeah. Other than that, I mean, I guess I can't tell big difference.
After speaking with Elizabeth, I stepped outside to ask more voters who they were going for, and noticed this gentleman wearing a MAGA hat. I couldn't even start the interview with him because he noticed something too.
Hey, sir. Sir, that's a great hat you're wearing.
Yeah.
Nice hat, man. I like it, man. I like that hat.
Sir, can I ask you, we're doing a documentary right now, and we're asking people who they're voting for. Do you mind coming in here and telling me why you're voting for Trump?
It's easy, sir. Just speak your mind.
Yeah. So why are you voting for Trump?
Because he has a policy and she doesn't. She's a flip-flopper.
What are the policies of Trump's that you like?
Well, the border, the Keystone Pipeline. See what else? The tax, no tax on tips for, and then there's the if you work overtime, he doesn't want to tax that. I'm trying to think of something else.
I saw that Kamala copied his no tax on tips. Do you think
Yeah,
that
she's a flip-flop on both of them. I know.
Do you think that she'll copy the no tax on overtime?
She will. She will eventually. If she ever comes out of her cocoon, so I don't know.
What about you, sir? Why are you voting for Trump?
The reason I'm voting for Trump is I voted for Trump in 2016 when the first thing he announced was the fake news media, because I've always had this feeling that we were being lied to. And yes, the mainstream media, Hollywood, and all of that played a part in the psyop of keeping us from the real truth. Yes, so fake news media. The reason why I support Trump is that, number one, exposing the deep state. Now you see P. Diddy, who is linked to Barack Obama. He's linked to Hollywood in so many ways. And you know how LeBron James said, ain't nothing like a Diddy party. Well, that's what's being perfect timing. That's what's being played out right at this moment, is that not only the DOJ, FBI, Department of Homeland Insecurity, and look at this. Look who's voting for Kamala Harris. You can't make this up, the IRS. It's time to eliminate the mitochondria of it all. Is the 1913 Federal Reserve, who prints our money since 1913. That's who the albatross is. Until we start printing our own money, we'll never be free. And once again, I'm Red Pill Ken. I moved to Pennsylvania out of New York about 4 years ago because I could see how New York was becoming communist. There was no God in New York, no sense of God in New York. But in Pennsylvania, you will find some semblance of God and country. And I love the farmers. I love our farmers. And that's why I'm right here in this facility right here. We're only open Tuesdays, but I'm shopping with people who I believe which is the Amish, where we're going to get a better food, free of pesticides, right? And I just love Pennsylvania for that reason. I'm going to live healthier, and I'm going to spend my money with people who I believe in Americans' principles and their values. God bless you, President Trump. Thank you for coming to the rescue to save America from these communists.
I am for the people of the United States.
Okay. So are you voting for a third party?
I'm not going to say which I'm voting, but I'm for the people of the United States.
Okay. Can you tell which
I'd rather not.
Okay, fair enough. Thank you. Yeah, of course. We're doing a YouTube video right now, guys. It's all right if I ask.
Joe Biden is out of the running, but the Biden-Harris car ban is still coming straight at us because Vice President Harris and Senator Bob Casey are still riding with Biden. They need to take the wheel before American families are hit hard with a devastating ban on most new gas-powered cars. Call Senator Bob Casey, tell him to stop riding with Biden. Overturn the Biden-Harris car ban. Paid for by American fuel and petrochemical manufacturers. EVE Online is a
CBS was here earlier.
Oh, really? I want to interview both of you guys. I want to ask you, why are you guys voting for Trump?
Well, I'm voting for his policies.
Okay.
If you don't get this country back on track, you're not going to have a country. It's going to be a socialist country.
How do you
he's
think-
got the right policy?
How do you think we're off track right now?
Well, the border, the economy, and just everything else. Prices, I mean, inflation.
Yeah.
I mean, it's ridiculous.
Yeah. How have you felt that in Lancaster? Are you living here?
No, I'm from Maryland.
Maryland? Okay, so how
Socialist Republic of Maryland.
okay, so how has like the president impacted that area specifically? Have you felt like major changes in that area?
What, Biden?
Yeah.
Less than $50. Now it's costing me $75 for the same meal. I mean, you know, and people are, look at the gas prices now. That's ironic, isn't it? 2 for $10. That's the last. They're running for office, and now the gas prices start coming down. You know, so I mean, that's the other thing.
The Fed cut the interest rates right before the election.
Oh yeah, right. And we're not, you know, energy independent. I mean, I'm a farmer, and I got to have fuel for my equipment. So,
can you tell me about your farm and how you run it, and really how politics affects farming?
well, they got more regulations on us now. All right, and I have a farm that I sell hay to other farmers, and the farmers, if I add all my fuel costs up, I got to raise the price of a bale of hay. And these little independent people that have horses, I sell hay to them. So it affects everybody going down the line.
What are some of those regulations? Can you list a few that are new?
Well, they got more environmental regulations. You can't put this fertilizer on. You can't put that fertilizer on. So it's just restricted.
Got it. Thank you so much, sir. What's your name?
Jimmy.
Jimmy, I'm Nate. 8 years. You've been doing this 8 years?
Yeah. Took a lot of crap and I did very well.
Yeah. So you were selling Trump merch in 16 as well?
Yep.
Okay.
It was great. As soon as he came down that escalator and it came out.
Wow. So you're an OG. You've been there since the beginning.
Yeah.
Okay. So how have you felt the heat on you from 16 to 2024? Like, it feels like a lot of Trump supporters feel.
His crowd is stable. His MAGA following, you can't, it's like a faith religion. You can't sway them. Our base is solid. It's getting the other base to come over to convincing them what's going on. Foreign policy, no wars, no one died. Gas was half price. Everyone respected us. Economy was good. No one bothered us. The main thing is no wars. Look at Ukraine. Look at those innocent women and children being slaughtered for nothing. Look at Afghanistan. The Taliban cut their tongues out of the women interpreters that they left behind. They don't put that on the news. They literally cut, you know how many nerve endings are in the tongues? In front of their dad, they did it. Then they shot him. All record. You got to pull up. It's all on the news.
In a lighter subject, how many of these t-shirts do you go through a day?
Quite a few.
Yeah.
I do well. Yeah, don't be gone. Whatever's here, I'll fill up 3 or 4 times easy.
Wow. A day?
Oh, yeah. Oh yeah,
Can you show
I'll
this?
go
This is-
through.
so-
I'll get through a good 80, 90 shirts and hats. Look at how many hats are on. I already had that filled up twice. Twice I filled that up this morning.
You filled up these hats twice just today.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not a good person to ask that. Because I don't go to the polls today.
Okay, that's fine.
Why? Because I feel it's better to vote for my niece.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. What is your faith?
We're Mennonite. We're not Amish.
Was it?
We're Mennonite. We're not Amish. So I don't know what the Amish community is.
No, I'm not familiar at all.
Yeah. Okay.
He signed for both, so I don't know.
Okay. Within the Amish community or just general? Okay.
Feeling like I wasn't getting the full story about who the Amish were really voting for, I did some digging. Starting out with this voter registration booth I saw not far away. I figured if they could tell me if people were registering more Democrat than Republican or vice versa, we'd have a better sense of who the Amish prefer. I didn't film people registering to vote though for privacy reasons, but here is the audio.
Oh, you're Republican. Because when we have regular Democrats, yeah, anybody can register here.
Then I thought of an even better idea. Go back to the shirt guy. He spends all day next to the Amish. Maybe he's spoken to them about this.
Look at you. You're really replacing it. I came back to see how you're doing.
Yeah, I'm gonna put more out. I wasn't kidding you.
Why don't I share some
That's
more
all I was
questions?
like, look,
Oh my god.
I ain't
wow.
kidding you, bro. Being down in any poll, I guarantee it. He's not tied with this witch either.
So that's what I want to ask you. So, big question for you. I came here to ask Amish people who they're voting for. They're not answering.
Yeah, you gotta be careful. They won't talk anything on the news, or they don't believe in it. They don't believe in anything electronic. So, especially if they see you with the camera, forget it. They're not gonna let you take a picture, bro. Like I tried to take a picture a year ago. I had headbands, and the guy bought one, put it on his hat, and I got the phone out. I'm like, man, I'm gonna put that picture on YouTube. And then he goes, no. I said, oh, I forgot. They don't believe in any of that. They're graven images.
So, do you think that they're voting, or you think they're not voting, and they're just like?
I think some of them are. I have someone buying my stuff. They do buy my stuff, and I was told by one time in New Holland that their bishops were giving them permission to vote after the live birth abortion became prevalent again. It was time to take a stance. Live birth, not just, regular, I don't believe in regular abortion, but this is even after the child born. Now, if I did that to a cat, they'd cuff me. You know? That's when they started. Now, they're all different. They're not all the same. It just depends. Some of them might be all like real old school, and they're not going to do any of that. I had a picture one time of an Amish guy, somebody sent me on a buggy, let's go Brandon. Yeah.
Okay, so they're just quieter about it, but
yeah, they're under. They don't publish. They don't flaunt it because it goes against their tradition. You know what I mean? The little bit of guilt they have and using the technology, they don't flaunt it. You know what I mean?
So if you had to guess which way that they're swaying, which you guess?
Oh, they're definitely Trump. Yeah, I even get them sticking their thumbs up. Even the vendors here, the Amish vendors. Yeah. Oh no, they're all Trump. They're not for it the other way. I guarantee you. So they're religious people.
Okay, so the Amish, just want to understand. So Amish people that come by here, they give you a thumbs up.
Oh yeah. I never get anybody complaining. They're all indoor.
But hold on. Graven images, bishops allowing them to vote? What does all that mean? Well, funny enough, on my Uber ride to get a tour of the Amish community, the driver ended up being better than I think any official tour guide, and he unintentionally goes over exactly what this Trump vendor was talking about. Just take a look. This is so interesting.
Each different area.
We should really take more trips. You know, just pack our bags, get up and
go.
Different district has its own bishop, and the bishop sort of decides the rules. And there's some bishops that allow their youth, to have smartphones, and so pictures to be what they call in the Bible like graven images. Pictures sort of represent like stopping time. They don't really believe in that. The Lord doesn't intend for all of our lives to just stay the same. Everything is always evolving, always changing.
and that's how the Lord intends it.
Trump has this from you.
Oh yeah, he's a good customer. Sure he is.
Oh,
yeah, I'm a real good customer.
Can you tell me why you're voting for Trump?
You tell me why?
Yeah.
Because Harris don't know how to run the freaking country. Our country's gonna go down.
You don't like how the country is
Well, it's gonna be a war. It's gonna be a World War III, believe me. Do you see any other country like Russia, Japan, or any other country have a woman? No. This state and this country is the only way. It's stupid enough to have a woman come in and try to run the country.
Is there something beyond gender that you don't like about her?
A woman shouldn't do a man's job. That's what I'm feeling.
Okay.
Because she don't know how to run. What happens if the war breaks out? What would your first thing she would do?
You tell me, what would you do?
She'd probably dumb enough. She'd probably send the troops over. And they're going, if they don't come over, we're going to come over to you because, we asked the women president. She don't know. Let's go bomb the heck out of her. That's what's going to happen. Okay. What do you think? Let me have your opinion.
I think a woman can be president. I hope one day a woman is president, but a woman that's qualified. I think.
But she wasn't qualified. She was actually good.
There is a woman in the United States that would be an excellent president.
What's going to happen?
There is a woman in the United States that would be an excellent.
Or something, I can understand that, but she was not. She was appointed to be a president, just like you. If you were a Democrat, they probably appointed you. I mean, they could appoint her right there to be a president. She don't know the first thing about what's the country.
Can I ask you? So
that's what I'm going to.
We're asking people here why they're voting for Trump. First of all, it was going to be a video of who you're voting for, but it seems that every single person here is voting for Trump. I've been here for hours.
All right.
So tell me why you're voting for Trump.
I can't take the LGBTQ stuff in schools. I'm a teacher. I think it's complete nonsense. So culturally, I go, it's black and white. It's nonsense. Financially, I think it's complicated, but when it comes to some of these values for kids, there's no question. It's nonsense.
I want to ask you a question. Are you originally from the United States, or are you originally from another?
My family's been here for over 100 years.
Is that right?
Right. We're from Chinese background.
Okay, now let me ask you a question. You're a Chinese background. Have you ever had a woman as your head leader or president in your country?
They did for a little bit.
Are you
serious? That was after Mao Zedong, yeah. But I
How did she do? How did she do?
I don't remember. I don't think she was too good, but anyways.
Can you tell me what's going on in schools? I see what I see on Twitter, but tell me what's really going on. What's the real story?
They kind of try to take away gender language at the elementary school level. They try to frown upon things such as you can't say boys and girls. Now I'm a gym teacher.
You can't say boys.
So for example, if there are three girls talking, which I say, hey girls, can you please be quiet? They say you can't say that. But I'm like, but they're three girls. They say we use words such as friends or students. So I go, it's just very impractical as a PE teacher that guys and girls are different. So I don't care about the classroom. I get it.
Are you talking elementary?
Elementary. So anyways, that's why I try to do for, PE. I try to divide the boys in half and girls in half to make teams fair, but you can't do that out. And that's just kind of dumb. So anyways.
Fair enough, bro.
All right.
Okay. My name's Nate. Nice to meet you.
Nice meeting you too.
Where are you guys from? Nice to meet you.
Nate Friedman YouTube channel. That's why I'm independent.
I see, but you guys are from this area?
From New York.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
Where are you from?
DC.
DC. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Do you mind sharing if you're voting for Trump?
I'll tell you exactly who I'm voting for. I always vote for the right one. That's all you're going to get from me.
Okay.
Seriously. All right. Well, that's all I tell them. This is a no politics.
Maybe we can have the audience guess what policies matter most to you.
Like I said, this is a no politics stuff.
Harris voter, I overheard a group of people from Virginia talking about not just Trump, but his strategy for the election. And they ended up revealing a lot, including some stuff about Virginia that you should know.
So, why are you guys?
Well, we just voted. We just elected a Republican governor.
Okay. So is DC spilling over to Virginia?
Big time. Yeah. The only reason is blue.
If I were to come out to Virginia,
in your area, what do you think I'd hear more of, like Trump?
We're probably pretty close to 50-50, I would say, down in the Tidewater area. A lot of military.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot of military.
Military goes toward Trump?
Every branch of the
I would
military.
say so. I would say most of the military would go or veterans would go toward Trump's tried to rebuild the military, and then their debacle was coming out of Afghanistan. That's bad. That bothers me.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you for your service.
My thing is when people like, I'll say to people, I know that he's a little bit arrogant in the way
No, he's a lot arrogant. He's a whole lot. He didn't have
Look
bets
at
on
the
him.
finger he did. And the thing that got me was most politicians are going to tell you what he wants here, but then they're not going to follow through. He did what he said he was going to do, and he backed it up. You know, he was honest, and I think a lot of the reason that they don't like him is because he's not a politician. He's fought.
I think if he would just shut his mouth on his Twitter account, he could probably get reelected.
Yeah.
Bottom line is Trump will stand up for.
Yeah.
He will stand up to the other countries. And make a difference.
Yeah.
Because he was already doing that.
Is there something like that you wish Trump would change about how he's campaigning right now?
Yeah, just quit with the stupid beating down of people and talking trash about them.
Tell us what you're going to do and how you're going to help us the country out.